When the alarm of my phone rings, it's a sign that I need to wake up, fold my blanket, and fix the bed. And after fixing my bed, I go straightly to the bathroom to do my morning routine, which is to brush my teeth, wash my face, and do my skincare.
So today it's Monday, and as you can see, I already finished preparing myself this morning because I will be attending a 9 a.m. class for our science subject. Therefore, it is currently 8:51 a.m. and our class will start at 9 a.m. But before our science class, we will be having a flag ceremony first and then homeroom guidance. But for now, I will just wait for our teacher to send the link for our GMAT class, and then I will review some notes about the lesson for today.
During our class, I ensure that I pay close attention on what is being discussed, so that I can't or don't miss anything on what is being taught. After our morning class, I have to cook our rice and rustle up a dish for our brunch, breakfast and lunch, because we usually eat our breakfast and lunch at the same time. And after cooking the food, I and my family eat together. Therefore, when I finish eating, I started answering my modules. And after answering my modules, I start implementing my assigned household chores, which is doing the laundry. I sometimes use our old washing machine so that our electricity consumption does not increase too much. Furthermore, while I'm waiting for the laundry to finish, I'm arranging the things I'm going to use in the afternoon class.
Okay, so I'm done fixing the things that I need for our online class this afternoon. And by the way, I always make sure that I always have this small notebook and a 2 pens besides me before I enter our online class in the morning or in the afternoon. Because sometimes our teachers will ask us, what is your thoughts or what is your ideas about the lesson for that subject in that day? So, in this notebook, I always make sure that I wrote the important things or important informations about the lesson on that subject that we will be discussing for that day.
Then after I finish doing the laundry, I must hang the clothes because it's always my grandmother's order. Afterwards, I take up my second class in the afternoon. Then after my class, I begin to clean our study area inside the house. Later than that, I start answering my modules again, and thereafter pack our GH orders. At 4:30 p.m., I start preparing the things that I need in taking a shower. But before I take a bath, I have to eat with my family first, and after eating, I will take a shower and sleep.
Okay, so we don't have class this morning, and I'm gonna go for a walk with my dog outside our house. And don't forget to wear your face mask every time you will go out or go somewhere, because face covering limits the volume and travel distance of expiratory droplets dispersed when talking, breathing, and coughing.
For a healthy lifestyle, as a dog owner, I enjoy numerous health and social benefits by walking with my dog in a few times a week. After I walk with my dog, I just take a rest and start doing the household chores like washing the dishes and cleaning the house.
Now, let's talk about on how to prevent and manage environmental issues. Environmental problems are caused by the dominance of a worldview in which human beings are different from and superior to all other creatures. Did you know that there are many reasons to recycle plastic bottles? Well, for starters, recycling reduces the pollution that can come from the chemicals used to make these bottles. Recycling also helps cut down the amount of trash thrown into landfills, so our garbage doesn't take up as much space.
In a recycled plastic bottle, we can reuse them again as a plant plastic pots, or in an empty fragile glass, we can make it beautiful like this.
And we should say no to disposable water bottles and coffee cups. Contrary to popular belief, disposable coffee cups like this are not recyclable due to the inside coating they have. The thin layer of plastic means disposable coffee cups can be recycled with paper products, nor do they biodegrade. Unlike most paper items, the paper cups can't be recycled because they are actually coated in plastic. as little as 5% per cup. That's why they are able to hold liquid without leaking all over the place. Okay, so for coffee on the go, use a travel mug instead. It's just as convenient and it can save you money too. And why not try a double insulated bottle that can handle both your hot and cold beverages? Drinking from a disposable plastic bottle like this may lead to chemical leaching and toxicity. Banning or not using bottled water would reduce waste and protect the environment. So I recommend you to use a travel mug, not a coffee cup, and of course, a double insulated bottle for your water for us to save the environment as well. Hi everyone, I'm back again, and this time I'm going to teach you or show you guys on how to solve quadratic equation by completing the square.
Equation right here, we want to solve this by completing the square. But notice how we have that leading coefficient that's not 1. So what I recommend you to do is make sure that this leading coefficient is 1. We are gonna divide everything by 3 to keep the equation balanced. This will make it easier to complete the square. We have got x squared minus 6x minus 13 equals 0. Now what you want to do, step number 2, is you want to get the constant, the number, here on the other side of the equation. So we're just going to add 13 to both sides, and so now we have x squared minus 6x equals 13. So to complete the square, what you do is you do the third step here is you take this coefficient, okay? The number that's in front of the x, you want to divide it by 2 and square it. So negative 6 divided by 2 squared, that's negative 3 squared, which is equal to 9. So you can do that work off to the side if you want. So we're going to do is we're going to add 9 to the left side of the equation, and we're gonna add 9 to the right side to keep it balanced. Right, so now what we can do is simplify the right side and we can factor this left side. It's going to be a perfect square, okay? Because that's what the completing the square process is all about, and it's always going to be half of this middle coefficient. So it's going to be negative 3. If that was plus 6x, that would be plus 3. So now what you can see is we have completed the square, but we want to take it one step further. We want to solve it and get x by itself. So we're going to do is we're going to take the square root of both sides, okay, to keep the equation balanced. And to get all of this square, the square root cancel, we get x minus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 22. Remember, when you take the square root of both sides of an equation, you are gonna get two solutions, plus or minus. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna want me to think about this is to write this into different equations. Like x negative 3 equals to positive 22. And then x minus 3 equals negative root of 22. And then what I'm going to do is just going to add 3 to the both sides. So I get x equals 3 plus square root of 22. And I get x equals, when I add 3 to this side, 3 minus square root of 22. The other option is you can just write here. You can just, when you add 3, make sure that you put the 3 in front of the positive or negative. So 3 plus or minus square root of 22, and you have solved it already. And before I go to bed, I always ask my mom if she already takes her medicine. And sometimes if she forgot, I will just remind her to take her meds.